For generations, the sound of cattle echoed around the Lone Pine Dairy. But on this day, the auctioneer is louder.
Family
Farms. Wendy
Farms.
Tolman are selling their herd to the highest bidder.
What was it like saying goodbye to them?
Like, losing a member of your family.
You get very connected to them from birth on. There's an emptiness in my heart.
The Tolmans tried to hang on, tried doing with less, tried working harder, never took vacations.
I know we did everything that we could to survive.
Years of record low milk prices meant they could no longer make a go of it.
I said, never wanted to get rich. All I ever wanted to do was pay my bills and have a little left over.
Paul Mitchell, who teaches at the University of Wisconsin, says the pace of farmers getting out is increasing.
We've lost 7.5% of our dairy farmers in the state of Wisconsin.
And
that's in 1 year. That's over double our average.
Roughly half of dairy farmers here have left the business in the last 15 years. With higher production and lower demand, the numbers just don't work anymore.
Can I give an analysis afterward?
It'll be done shortly, the family farm.
The economic fallout is felt throughout the region, from groceries to car sales.
We feed the world, and they can never take that away from us. But we did feed the world.
No, your food waste.
We did.
Here.
The only heifer Wendy refused to give up was her beloved baby Muriel. The Tolmans were there for the birth of every animal in their herd.
They don't
Gave
care.
them all names and raised them.
In my heart, they're still mine.
This is not
They
the
will always be
norms.
The new owner says Guy and Wendy could visit anytime.
Propaganda.
But the next time they come, it won't be as farmers. Kevin Tibbles, NBC News, Monticello, Wisconsin.
Okay, Farm Aid, Farm Aid deals with that. Family farms are closing, but it is because of factory farms. Factory farms are putting them out of business. What they failed to show also is people are changing to plant-based, which is cruelty-free. You don't need to force breed, rape, and kill the calves for veal. But nearly all birds and pigs, especially birds, come from sick factory farms. Look up videos. Now, farmers already get tons of welfare via the USDA Farm Bill. That's why fast food and meat is so cheap, when it's very labor and resource intensive. It's actually cheaper than a lot of healthy whole foods and vegetables. But he said he's feeding America. He is completely wrong. He is starving America. Meat is the leading source of food waste, or the second leading source of food waste. Most crops feed force-bred animals. It takes 16 pounds of crops fed to an animal for just 1 pound of meat in return. 16 pounds for 1 pound. They're pooping it out. If it wasn't for the subsidies or welfare in the USDA Farm Bill that we should petition to defund, it would cost much more, because meat is a luxury. It is starving people. It's food waste. So he is not feeding America. Crop farmers, non-animal agriculture is feeding America. So he is destroying our healthcare system, destroying our environment, massive food waste, and then obviously animals are being used and abused, raped, forced bred, and such. They showed a very biased side. But yes, there is no doubt that family farms are being shut down and undercut by horrible, sick factory farms, especially for birds and pigs. Look up a factory farm bird video. Eggs and poultry are some of the cruelest. So that's the real story, which they failed to report. Again, the fake news or biased news, they don't want to upset sponsors because they pay their bills, and they don't want to upset viewers. They want to tell you what you want to hear to a certain level as well. They don't want to show controversial footage. They'll never show you inside a factory farm. Actually, it's really hard to get videos in factory farms due to ag-gag laws and such, making it a felony because they try to keep it covert. People have to get jobs and undercover record, or whistleblowers actually face penalties, not the cruelty going on. But the norms are bad enough. This is not a norm, or at least what they said, which I don't believe. So there you have it. They are not feeding America. They're food waste. They're welfare queens. And yes, they are closing due to sick factory farms. The solution is why they are closing. People are turning to plant-based foods, which are better for our healthcare system, our environment, animals, and prevent massive food waste. Vegan is the future. Move on. Find another skill. Or grow the crops. Vegans do not take away jobs. We add better, more sustainable jobs. So there you have it.